Hi, I'm Russell Postlethwaite, educational psychologist and director and founder of Futures in Mind. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the MeLSA program, which is not ELSA, a little bit different. ELSA being the Emotional Literacy Support Assistant course, which has been around for a while and really supports children and young people with social and mental health difficulties. MeLSA is mediated learning support approaches, and as it the clue is in the title really, we're looking at supporting the learning of your pupils in your school setting. So we're going to talk about what it is, the programme structure and the outcomes, who's it for and why you might want to do it. In terms of what it is, well, it's an evidence-informed programme to support learning and to create more independent and resilient learners. Ultimately, your MeLSAs that have gone through the training will develop their knowledge and skills around learning processes, the psychology around learning, and they will be able to, at the end of the training, design and develop and deliver small group and one-to-one individual interventions for those learners, as well as using those skills across their entire school settings and their day-to-day interactions and normal classroom support. The idea really is, through that mediated learning approach, they can accelerate the learning of those learners who have been and do struggle on a day-to-day basis. What it is, well, it's 6 days of training, and initially the 6 days with 4 follow-up peer learning group supervision sessions, and then there is ongoing peer learning support. So in that 6 days we cover mediation and mindset, we cover metacognition, self-regulation, and for those of you who are familiar with the EEF Teaching and Learning Toolkit, metacognition came out as the most effective and cost-effective way of supporting and accelerating learning in the classroom. We look at memory and recall, that's day 3. Days 4 and 5, we look at the psychology of learning maths and the psychology of learning to read and write, and then we pull all that together in day 6. Day 6 looks at reviewing the content we've covered so far and planning for next steps. It's really important, as it is with any CPD kind of activity, any CPD learning, that you need to take the training, the content from the training, the learning from the content, the skills, and apply those back into your settings. So as well as that kind of planning on day 6 onwards, we do encourage the MeLSAs between days 1 to 5, in between each of those training days, to have homework tasks where they'll go away and do things in between each of those training days. In terms of outcomes and who's it for and why we might want to do it, well, who it's for, schools generally would send learning support assistants, HLTAs, teaching assistants. We also encourage schools to send a SENCO, so there's maybe 2 members of staff from a school who attend. That really supports the implementation back in the school. So it's not just reliant on one person to beat the MeLSA drum, there is 2 people. So it's better for sustaining that momentum and getting it going and ultimately getting it embedded as part of your normal school provision. Outcomes will ultimately, with better support, you're going to create better learners. And that's what it's all about really, is creating those more independent and resilient academic learners. You're also building staff capacity, which is really important at a time when I think schools are asked to do increasing amounts of stuff, but with fewer and fewer resources. I also think this is really nice in terms of complementing a shift I think we're seeing across schools towards adaptive teaching approaches. So supporting learners in the moment with whatever task is in front of them and supporting them in a way that helps them think about their thinking and approach to learning. So in a very quick summary, I think what we've got here is a programme support. It's evidence-based, it's going to increase and promote learning in your learners, especially those that struggle. It's delivered across 6 days with some follow-up sessions as well. If you want to know more, please get in touch with us. Thank you.